Let's get back to the interview.
One point I want to make as part of this presentation, it really goes to the heart of one of the reasons why you do what you do, which is you're a trader. You want to be in the best stocks and the best markets and know when to sit out. That is a form of alpha if you acquire that skill, and that's why you've got so many people, and you've become as popular as you are, and the guests that you have are as popular. Knowing how to properly vary your beta is a form of alpha. Everybody says, you've got to trade your system, but you have to make sure that your system has a statistical advantage over just haphazardly entering and exiting. So until you know that your system has a positive expectancy, don't say, well, this is what feels right for me and my system until you're assured that you have the stats to back up and you're making progress, consistent progress over years in your account. Otherwise, you're still learning and you better be open to all outcomes as you do things. I'm reading, I just read a book where the guy talked, he had some stats uh, from over in Europe. I can't remember the name of the book. I finished it about 2 months ago. It has a white cover on it. I don't have it right here in front of me. Anyway, the point is he over in Europe they had a rule that if you are allowing people to trade on your platform, you have to present statistics for how many are successful or not. And he poured through millions of trades, and 90% of traders lost money. I guess those 10% are all on Twitter because it doesn't seem like anybody experiences something like that. Um, like I said, I've made all the mistakes and I want to go through some of the rules. I offered some possible solutions here. I'm going to dive into them a little bit more now. With the goal of properly varying your beta as a form of alpha. If you're a trader and you're not beating the market, you're not being successful. If you're being honest with yourself, you could just put the money in the S&P 500 and ride the market higher. The trend is to the upside in the U.S. markets. We're very fortunate to have that. Um, but that long-term trend comes with a lot of short-term and intermediate-term pain, as we've seen over the last uh,
Just
number
this
of
year.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some of the tools that we use a trend gauge in our video every night. This is tracking the trend. It seems rudimentary, but it really is that simple. Look at the trend over multiple time frames, and then ask the question, how are leading stocks doing? We This most recent uptrend started in late April 2025, and I'm going to go through 10 steps that checklist that I created as you transition from a bottom in a bear market to what seems to be a bullish market. You never know for sure, but here we are 3 months later, and it's been a pretty good opportunity to make money. I'm going to talk then about position sizing, that volatility adjusted beta, and positional risk parity. A lot of traders probably don't care about this, but these are, or they'll say it's too complicated. Uh, and if you're successful, don't use it.